We're going to use common sense today. Please just stay with me. And this isn't just to convert viewers. I'm assuming that the reason you stay with me is because you kind of agree with my fundamentals and you're looking for ways to expand knowledge and to help with reasoning. I hope I'm not disappointing you. But this is also to give you fodder, okay? The philosophical arms dealer for the right-hand side of your brain. That's what I want to be. So let's talk about guns. First of all, did you know that right now that there are growing numbers of law enforcement agencies that are saying what common sense tells us, that police cannot arrive fast enough to stop a terrorist attack in progress? We all know this. So police are starting to say, not just in little podunk towns, in New York, if a Muslim strikes in your neighborhood, if an Islamic terrorist strikes where we live, okay, our best chance of survival is to be able to stop him or her ourselves. I'd need no go any further than that demonic Muslim who decapitated that poor lady in Oklahoma. He cut off her head, and then he proceeded to his next victim. Thank God one of the men in the building had his gun with him and went in and shot him and wounded him, or he would have killed the second woman. If the victims in Fort Hood, okay, a military base, or in Chattanooga, another military facility, if they had simply had their guns, these are all people trained in using guns. If they had had their sidearms with them, most of them would be alive right now today. In San Bernardino, had any one of those people in the room just had a concealed weapon, concealed carry permit, a small handgun, maybe a lot of those people would be alive and the terrorists would have met their fate much sooner. I mean, isn't our goal to stay alive? If you're somebody who wants to be led like a sheep to the slaughter, and you simply refuse, I will never take another person's life, let him cut my head off, let him shoot me, then, God bless you. If that's some type of a conviction you have as a Christian pacifist, I completely don't agree with it. But there have been people throughout history who have held that, and certain some people who are ordained are required to that. So I'm not going to speak highly ill of it. But the simple matter is that if some of those people in that room had had a handgun, proper training, proper safety, all right, of course, then it's likely that many less of those people would have died. And think about Paris, in the Bataclan concert hall. No one but Muslim terrorists were armed, okay? They slaughtered 89 concert goers, and police were outside listening to gunfire and screams and doing nothing, okay? Hear me. It was more than 2 hours before the police stormed the building, after scores were dead. If those innocent victims in Paris had been carrying a weapon for self-defense, most of them would be alive today. Our domestic policies and our foreign policy must rise to the level to meet the threat that we face. Now, right now, Trump is being thrashed for daring to say that we need to have a temporary halt to all Muslims coming into America. I've said that on this show. I'm not running for president, so I'm obviously not making the waves that he is. But you would think that he had committed some crime against God and man, but he's not. And what's even more disgusting is that people on the left, God haters, those who love death, are comparing him to Hitler. It's actually laughable. Hitler, who wanted to kill people, they're comparing him to Hitler, and Trump, who wanted to save people. And what's even funnier is that Hitler worked with Muslims to kill Jews. Who's really like Hitler here?